Hey VW lovers, here is episode 29 of A Day in the Life Vintage Classic Specialist. So let me start off with the 64 one family Beetle. Today Rafa completed making and installing the floor insulation sound deadening on this car. This is something custom that we do. Not really happy with the available choices out there, so we make our own. If somebody is interested in having a set like this, let us know. We can provide you with a set. But yeah, this is something that we make. It's kind of one of our special touches we do. It's actually a bit nicer than the factory stuff that comes on these cars, and we take our time and fit it really nicely to the pan, so it really kind of lays in there and follows the shape of the pan really nicely. Trim it around all the knobs and stuff. Anyway, so yeah, that was actually on this car, the one family 64. That was about the last thing on the chassis. It's pretty much done right now. Obviously, we've got to put drums on it. Those are there in the yellow boxes, just back from powder coating. But other than that, this chassis is pretty much ready to go. We'll wait and we'll put the motor in it, which is not done yet, probably after the body's back on the car. So yeah, this thing is pretty much ready to go and detailed out to the max. Maybe I'll go ahead and do a video in the next couple days, kind of just showing this pan in a lot more detail than I have been on these sort of daily updates. But yeah, really happy with how this one's come out. Really going to be a nice car. Other than that, since that pan is about done, Rafa actually started working on the motor. We got the long block back about I don't know, a week or so ago, maybe a week and a half ago. And so yeah, just starting to work on detailing it. You can see super clean motor. It's going to be just as nice as the rest of the car. We actually today took all the tinware from this motor to powder coating. So it's going to be powder coated the typical color we use, which is kind of like a semi-gloss black. And then we're going to get the heater boxes and intake manifold and everything done. So yeah, it's going to be a killer looking motor, detailed to the max, all the correct 1964 details on it. It's going to look really nice. So yeah, Rafa spent quite a bit of time starting in on that. For me, running errands today, again, bringing stuff to powder coating. And for this car, for the 57 that we're building, that we're going to build a really nice motor for, I decided to try ceramic coating for the exhaust for that one. And so I've been hearing a lot of good things about Cerakote, which is just basically a brand of ceramic coating used on exhaust. And so there's a company down in Santa Ana, almost by Irvine, called MB Performance. You can see them here. So yeah, these guys do a lot of automobile ceramic coating for, I think, NASCAR, a lot of pistons and exhausts, and for Singer Porsche, and pretty much these are the guys. So decided to give them a try. This is the color that we went with, which is called titanium. Not super happy with the color. It's just not really what we like to use on exhaust. We actually like to use, it's probably hard to tell here, but something more like this. Actually, this is the one that we like to use when we powder coat things. But unfortunately, in this ceramic coat, the Cerakote, that color is not available. This was the closest thing. Apparently, they used to have a color that was pretty dead on close to that, but whatever went into that material that made that color is not available anymore. So pretty much everyone's stuck using this one now if they want gray. And I mean, it's a cool color, but it's just not quite right for a vintage Volkswagen exhaust. But we're going to give it a try and see how that goes. So yeah, the heater boxes and the muffler itself for the 57 are going to be done, and that'll probably have them back in about a week, and I'll show you guys what they look like, and we can see if we want to continue to use that, or if we're just too unhappy with the color, then we'll have to figure out something else. So on the 69 EV Beetle today, kind of still working on doing the undercoating and the fender wells and the under fender areas. So you can see I actually managed to get the rear fenders undercoated, the undersides of them. Came out pretty nice. And then on the car itself, got the undercoating done on the back of the car here, the back fenders. So you got them, they came out pretty nice, pretty happy with them. And you know, some of the areas underneath here that weren't painted, went ahead and did those. And then the whole underside of the car here, crawled around on the ground and sprayed the stuff and got it all on my eyes and everything. It's just kind of a nightmare to work with, but once it goes on, it's very durable, looks really nice. And so yeah, for a car this nice, we didn't want to just leave this all dirty and nasty under here. So I spent probably half the day underneath the car scraping it and you know, using the blowtorch and getting off undercoating and dirt and nastiness so that I could give it a nice undercoating. And then likewise the fender wells. So the front fender wells are pretty much prepped, got all the undercoating off them, spent some time sanding them. Pretty much those are ready to go. So in the morning, after the temperature warms up a little bit, I'll go ahead and mask off the front of this and get the undercoating applied there. And then that car is probably going to go over to our neighbor shop, as I mentioned, and go ahead and get a headliner maybe next week. And then I think, as I've also mentioned, at that point we're probably about ready to go ahead and put the body on the pan. So that's going to be a huge milestone for this project. It's pretty happy with how fast it's moving along. So yeah, hopefully in 1 or maybe 2 weeks at most, the 69 EV is going to have body and chassis back together. And so yeah, pretty productive day, guys. Thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.